Hello everyone, this is Frogsmaster595. So, this is a different video. Yeah, I got these guys out again. So, I think I said I did like 3 different videos on these guys. I guess I've only done one, but in each of these guys' uploads that I did in close to summer of 2020, I think it was in May. In all of their descriptions, I obviously mentioned that they were from BJV. I just feel like I mentioned it more, but I guess not. But now you know that this is all focused on BJV, formerly known as BJV 93. So still a very similar name, which is good. I like that. Very nice. It's just going to be about these. Actually, I think there definitely is another video actually that I just remember now that's not the one that I found on my YouTube studio. It's the one where I talked about these guys and then my old Shiny Crazy in Love, the hip hop one, because I mentioned how that one came from Skull Crane Entertainment, which apparently there's a thing with that, but I'm not gonna say anything with it. Just got my other one now that is not that one, because that one that was from Skull Crane got lost in that moving little thing, that little moving thing where I lost 17 of my items. Remember that one? Also, that got lost. And then, that got lost. So that's a new one. I'm talking about Save Horse Ride a Cowboy. And then Redneck Women and Crazy in Love. All those have gotten lost in the moving, along with the other stuff that you're aware of. I only need Bubba Catfish now. But I got those 3 now. But that's the different one. And in a sense, I guess it is better that I have this one and not the one from Skull Crane Entertainment. Because again, apparently there's a thing with that. And actually, I know nothing about it. I just heard that there was something. But I still don't know what that is. So, don't, do anything with what I said. It's just, apparently there's a thing. It's a different Crazy in Love now, so I guess that's good. But that makes that video kind of stupid, because I brought up the Crazy in Love that came from Skull Crane, or maybe the video isn't stupid, I'm not sure. But this video isn't stupid, because it's just about him. BJV, or BJV 93. This guy was one of the first people to make the community happen. He probably joined in 2007, maybe late 2006, but I feel like it was 2007. Although he doesn't have any videos from 2007. His oldest one is from summer of 2008, I believe. Sometime in there. Of that mini hamster, that really rare one, I can't remember the name right now. Actually, I think it's Buster, the one that sings Walking on the Sun. I think that's what the song's called, but I remember that video. And I remember a bunch of his old videos, and some of his newer ones too. But all of the older ones, from 2008 to 2013, I remember all those, basically. I actually think I watched some of them in 2009. When I would watch them on the computer. I saw quite a bit of his. Not every single one. I don't think I was subscribed to any channels then. But still, I had all those playlists of all the Jemmy stuff, and not just Jemmy, but other animatronic stuff. And his videos ended up in a good amount of those playlists, and it was more than just one video. It was quite a few, because I just remembered a lot of those videos. I probably didn't see a video of these guys, a as good as I once was, Jump Around or I Like to Move It, because those were uploaded a bit later after I wasn't really watching those playlists anymore, because I only did that for probably a year, I would assume, but I don't know for sure. But those videos I didn't recognize from seeing back then. Of course, I saw them once I got Evil Ways and then the Koopa Kid channel started and all that. Then I saw those. I feel like I did. I don't know if I watched them before I got these four or if I watched them afterwards. I think I probably watched them before. I didn't realize that, like, these four were from him until probably, I don't really remember when I figured it out. Or maybe I always did and I just was never excited by it. I don't know. Well, I was excited for all these guys, definitely, because I had never gotten a lot of frogs before. I've still barely gotten any. I think it's just been this and the one with Disco Inferno and Black. Yeah, that may have been it, but there might be something else in there and I'm not remembering. But, like, this was four of them, and it was interesting, and two of these are pretty rare. And then I guess Dark Green, I Like to Move It, is sort of rare now. I don't know, he hasn't popped on in a bit, but, you know, that was in, like, August 2013 when I won these. These were going for bids. They didn't go that high, of course, because it was 2013, and there was way less people in the community, but it went well, and obviously I wasn't the one bidding on them, it was my mom. They're still here. I've had these for probably just about 9 years now, because I got these in August of 2013 and we're in August of 2022. I just can't remember the exact date that I got them, but I feel like August 12th is a date I can remember quite well. So I feel like these probably were delivered on August 12th. Although that could have been No Scrubs, I don't know. But No Scrubs was literally the next frogs after these four, so I don't know. And that was a completely different thing. That was from Amazon, which, yeah, not using that ever again. But I think I definitely got these in August of 2013. That I know. Because I think when these were still, like, when these were on there for bids on eBay, I think it was at, like, the beginning of August when they were up. And I think they were listed at the beginning of August, probably just for a week or whatever. I don't know too much with the whole bid thing, but I feel like the longest you could have it go is just a week. You know, then it just goes down. But they are still here, obviously, because they're frogs. And the thing that we know with BJV is he's been inactive again. Like, really been inactive. I don't think anyone's heard from him at all. He's just been gone. So, since it's BJV, obviously I'm worried. He's made multiple videos that are kind of deep. One in particular, there was another one that wasn't really deep or anything. It was just more of a surprise, I guess. But it was still, I guess it could have been emotional in a way. I think when he uploaded that first one, that was, like, his comeback, I guess. Because I think before that video, it had been, like, 3 or 4, maybe even 5 years since he had uploaded. So that would have been pretty big. So, you know what? That probably was more emotional than what I'm remembering. But then there was the other one that came out, which is the one that is more known, and, well, that one was, it was sad. That was a hard one to watch. It was a lot. But, obviously, more videos came as he kind of stated at the end of that video. And they came for, I guess it was a couple years after that, right? Yeah, about I think 2, maybe it was just 1.5 or something, but he uploaded more, and then, as we all know, his final video right now was uploaded on December 30th, 2020. That is the very last one. It should be December 30th. And the certain video I made, the hour and 46-minute one where I talked about, well, I'm not going to say, you got to go watch that, okay? It's very important. It's more important than this video, actually. Believe it or not, it really is. Really. Yeah. It was December 30th. I just wasn't sure in the other video, but I knew it was at the end of December. Like, I remembered it very well, actually, when he had uploaded, and I watched his video right away because, of course I would. It's a BJV video. And also, if you're wondering when his name changed, because I guess a lot of you wouldn't know about the whole BJV 93 thing, I'm pretty sure he changed it. I don't even remember the year exactly. I feel like it was probably... It was probably after that comeback video, like that first one. It was probably after that. But I might be wrong. Maybe it happened... I don't think it happened when that Deep video came out. I think it was before that. Because I think it's been BJV for quite a bit now. So, actually, I don't remember the date exactly, but in, like, 2013, 2014, it was still BJV 93. I think 2015 is when that first video came out, right? It's hard to remember. Those couple videos I haven't really looked back at too much, because mainly I'm just looking at the videos of his items. Probably should go back and look at those 2 videos, though, because those are important. And those videos are more important than any of the videos of his items. Like, really, those ones are, because those videos are, like, kind of big, because he almost never talks in videos. I think those are, like, the only 2 videos where he's talking. There's actually a couple recent ones, not recent now, but the most recent videos that he has, there's a couple where he talked, but that was just about him selling stuff. Really, he almost never talked. Like, never in any of the older videos. And I don't think he's ever deleted those old videos. I don't think he's deleted a single one, to be honest. I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't believe it if I heard that he had deleted some. He keeps all of them. Like, he's re-uploaded certain frogs over and over again because the first one's audio wasn't too good or the lighting wasn't good. Like, he kept those. And then, of course, there's the new ones of them. So I don't think he ever deleted old videos. But this video is for him. What I would hope to see is that he comments on here, but I don't think that's going to happen, but I still want this to be out anyway, because, there's always this feeling that I get, this thing that I always feel where, for some reason, I think that people don't really realize that I have 4 of BJV's frogs, like 4 of them, and 3 of them he's uploaded videos on already from over 10 years ago. Literally, videos of As Good As I Once Was, Jump Around, and I Like to Move It. And all 3 were in their boxes, and they all worked perfect. I Like to Move It still does, but his button looked better, and his hat wasn't dusty. BJV, if you're watching this, I try to keep the dust off of them. It's a bit hard with the I Like to Move It frogs, though, and other frogs with that specific material, because dust gets on there very fast. It's like that with the Evil Ways frogs, but I try to keep it off. That's like the only thing though. It's funny, Jump Around broke on camera. That I think that's the only frogs that is actually broken on camera. There have been a couple that have been very close to doing so, and technically my Fuzzy Rapper's Delight did break on camera. The mouth did, which I had a very good feeling that was going to happen, and it did. But I didn't upload that video. Maybe I should have uploaded it, but I didn't. But that Jump Around did break on video. It was in a video I uploaded in December 2017. I remember that. It was like a Frogs Madness video. I have not done one of those since those 2 videos, I think. Really. Although I could certainly do one now because all the frogs are right down here. I could do one with these guys. I wonder if BJV's ever played these 4 all at once. I guess there's a good chance he has, but maybe he hasn't. He never really did a Frogs Madness video. That wasn't a thing that started until Jemmy Toys 101 did it, I think, and then other people started doing it. I guess really it was just me and iFrogsy that did that, but still. So I'm pretty positive that BJV is just not on YouTube right now, and I don't know, like, it's been over a year and a half now. Yeah, it's been over a year and a half. Oh, wait, yeah, we're in August. It's definitely been over a year and a half. I don't know, like, he could come back. It's possible. I feel like he's doing fine. I feel like, but I think he'll come back. I guess. Although a year and a half, I guess, is a while. But he's had a big break like that before. Then again, he's made that video. You know which one. So, I don't know. There is actually a feeling I get that this might be it. We just may never hear from him again. Because I really don't think he's active anywhere. I do not think he has an Instagram. I don't think he has anything other than YouTube. I'm pretty positive. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it's just YouTube. And I know he's not been on there. I don't think he's left any comments anywhere. Maybe he's left some comment that was like a few days after his last video. Possibly. I haven't seen that, and I haven't heard anyone really say anything like that, but I guess it's possible. And if you are watching this, you might notice the stain over here. That's just from a moving monkey. It's been there. It's not going to get on his foot. It won't get on his foot. I'm aware of that, and it's going to be a little hard to get off, but I wanted to put these guys here. And I'm sorry, I don't know if I probably did say this already, because again, I've made 2 videos talking about this whole thing already, and this will be the last one. I don't have a reason to go back to this anymore. Like, this is gonna be it, but, I don't know if I've said this, but I will say it. BJV, I am sorry, but all of these guys do not have their boxes anymore. Actually, all 4 of these guys' boxes all got thrown out like the day I got them. I guess you probably wouldn't care too much because, you sold them so long ago and you were getting a couple frogs again anyway, but still, I just feel like I have to say it, I wish I hadn't gotten rid of their boxes, because their boxes looked really good, I think. Or at least these 3 did, the small ones. They all came from Walmart. I guess the Jump Around may have, that may have been CVS or something. I think it was CVS, but his box, I think, may have been a little worn, but that's because it was quite a bit of a taller box, but, The other three's boxes looked pretty nice, I think. But I'm sorry, really. Like, I feel really bad about it. Like, especially with these four, because it's BJV frogs. It's from the legend, the first eye frogsy. Really, like, he was more of an eye frogsy than Hoofacker was. Then Frogs 2007, I would assume. Yeah, I mean, he had Blue Whippet, he had Orange My Sharona, he had Yellow Good Vibrations. So that basically, he had number one spot. Not the green, but he had the black. So he was the first eye frogsy. He was the eye frogsy of the very beginning in 2007 till about 2013, I guess, because 2013 was the year when he had gotten rid of all the frogs. I think these four were actually the last ones he had to let go of. And that's even more of a thing to think about. I think these are the last ones that he got rid of. Okay, so we got a couple more in like 2018, I think, is when he had gotten a couple again. And like, he has, in terms of his more recent videos after like 2015, he's gotten like 3. I Can't Drive 55, the Candy Shop green, and the orange I Like to Move It, which I have a feeling those are probably all gone now. I know that he was selling the I Can't Drive 55 at some point. And someone commented on the Candy Shop Frogs videos saying that they had wanted it, I'm pretty sure. So I bet those 3 are all gone now, because I think after of him, getting rid of all his, he probably had like 50 frogs, I would think. Yeah, I feel like he would probably not really have a hard time with getting rid of the new ones, especially since all 3 of those, I think he just found at flea markets, something similar to that. I don't think he got any of those online, to be honest. Maybe the Candy Shop, but I think they were all in flea markets, but I might be wrong. I know when he got the first frogs back, which I think was Candy Shop, he seemed really happy about getting it again, which there I would see why, because it must have been like 5 years since he had seen a frogs in person, because I think he got that Candy Shop in 2018. Maybe it was earlier. I think it was 2018, though. That would feel about right, because that would be about 5 years ago now. Or, no, 4 years ago. Yeah, that seems right. But I hope you comment. If you commented, I'll be shocked. Like, I would be so amazed and shocked. I would not believe it if you commented. I don't see how it'll happen, but if it does, that's crazy. It's crazy, because I do not think you've commented since 2020. And again, I know it's not been like too long, but I just get this little feeling he's not going to come back this time. But I at least want this video out there. And this might be like the last video where someone talks about BJV. Probably, to be honest, because I really don't see YouTube videos on BJV anymore. Maybe in the comments some people talk about him, and new people will comment on his old videos and stuff like that. And maybe he'll briefly be mentioned in the description of a frogs video, but a whole video about him, yeah, I just don't think that's going to happen again. No one really does it, because BJB was one of the first. He was an old one, one of the OGs. He may have been the very first. Maybe. I know Omnibot Freak, which now I think his name is Omnibot Guy. It's still pretty similar. Just like BJV, doing another good thing, keeping the names similar for nostalgia purposes, yeah. Although I guess I changed my name from Koopa Kid to Frogs Master 595, but they're actually different channels, so it's okay there. Plus, Koopa Kid is a stupid name. Who calls their YouTube channel Koopa Kid? I know BJV didn't. Maybe he'll put the 93 back in his name. That would be kind of cool. But that's if he comes back. And we don't know if he's going to come back because no one has heard from him. Now, if maybe you've heard from him and just for some reason you've never told it to me for whatever weird reason, you could say that in the comments. But I do not think there's been anything on him. But if you are here and you're still watching this 30-minute video, well, I thank you for that. Really, I appreciate that. Because it's you watching it. And it's your frogs. And you know it's yours. You can tell. These are the exact ones. Same ones that you see in those videos that are like 12, 13 years old now. Yeah. You know it. But thank you for watching if you're here. I appreciate that. That's a good thing to know. But yeah, the video of the jump around, he's working perfect in that video. He's with the pink one, a pink Valentine's one, and they're both working perfectly. They're both in their box, and he plays both of them as a duet. He mentions how the green one sings faster. You know that. Well, some of you know that, not all of you, but yeah. Of course, he's still here with the completely split gear, but he's still singing faster than Pink. And singing faster than my Pink. It's good. Although my Pink is not as low-pitched as the other ones, though. Like I said, I like to move it here. Or should I say his I like to move it. Sometimes I like to think of these four as his frogs still and not mine. Which I think you can respect that because it is BJV. And these are BJV frogs. And a couple of these were probably like some of the first ones he got too, when you really think about it. 5 o'clock somewhere and I like to move it. Those were probably some of his first. I know he's had a few fuzzy ones, but it's actually not been too many fuzzies. He had more shinies, right? Yeah, he had more shinies. Ooh, wait a minute. Did he? I think he did. But I don't know. 5 o'clock somewhere and I like to move it. They probably weren't his very first, but I think they were early ones. I think. Because I think all 4 of these he got in the stores. He must have. I do think he got all 4 of these in the stores. Maybe not jump around, but the other 4 I'm pretty sure. Well, I think the I like to move it he got off of Walmart.com, which I think he said in the description of the I like to move it video, but I don't know for sure. I'm pretty sure though, actually. But video as I like to move it, it's still working perfect in the box. It's just the button looks better and it's not dusty. He never uploaded a video of the It's 5 o'clock somewhere frogs. But there were a few other frogs, actually, he never uploaded a video on, so that's fine. I guess I would like it if there was an old video of that one, because I'm sure it would have been moving, just like As Good As I Once Was. And there's a video of him, and it's from 2009, I believe. I think it is. It's either 2009 or 2010. I think it's 2009. And it's working perfect in that video. And you know how he is right now. He works perfect, but he was repaired by iFrogsy for the arm and head gear. The mouth is still good. That's still working the way it did when BJV had it, but the arm and head gear, that got replaced by iFrogsy. And now I guess these two need to be, or maybe it could be someone else. But As Good As I Once Was here. He worked perfect in that old video from 13 years ago. That's how old that video is now. I think I just may have watched that one in 2009 when I was looking at all the Jemmy playlists, because the video was out in 2009, unlike these two, which were in 2010, I believe, or later, actually, 2011 or 2012. I may have seen the video of that one back then, because whenever I look at that video, it's really nostalgic for some reason, but that could just be because I have it now. That would make sense, but it is working perfect in that video. And of course it's in its box, and the button does look better, and it's very good. That's my favorite. Like, I like that more than the videos of those two. I don't know, it's my favorite. I still like the videos of those two, but for some reason with the As Good As I Once Was, there's just something more with that one. Maybe it's because the quality in it doesn't look as good. It's probably that, to be honest, because the quality with the camera he was using for these two look pretty decent, I think. But As Good As I Once Was, it's kind of older looking, and I like that. So I think now everybody will probably know that these four frogs were from BJV and no one else. Now, what would not be good is if they didn't believe me, which you should be able to tell. Just go look at the videos that he has of these three. They look exactly the same. Like, exact. They really do, especially the As Good As I Once Was. Sorry, I kind of yawned there, like, for quite a bit while I was talking. That was probably a little weird. But, hey, this is longer than the Unbelievable Frogs review now. I'm just trying to get my charger. That way I can plug this in without it dying. I guess this was meant to be long anyway. Although, you know what's funny? When I first realized I wanted to do this video today, or I should say tonight, I actually was thinking it would be kind of shorter. And I think you know what I mean by kind of shorter. I mean a lot shorter. But it's okay, because this is a BJV video. And it'll probably be the last one, I feel like. But we'll see. Maybe I'll be wrong. Now someone will do one because I did one. But man, if you're still here on YouTube, just secretly just watching these frogs videos come and go, watching the collectors come and go, watching the community to see if it ever falls so hard to the ground. Just maybe just maybe comment on this. Just the one comment here and no other comment. That'll be good enough. That'll be perfect. Perfect. It'll make me happy to know that you're okay. Because you are a W. You're a W Frogs man. W collector. Yeah. You're old collector. But you're a W collector. That's what matters. And you get to see your four frogs again. And I'm sure you've seen all the uploads of these four from 2020, because that was before you left. You were actually uploading at a few different times at that point, but you gotta see them right here, right now. And hopefully you are. Hopefully you do see them all here together. They were together when they were on the floor right before I did this, but you see them here, and you know they're doing good. The It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere is repaired. The As Good As I Once Was isn't. I think I may have unstitched the guitar from his shirt like in 2013, but it may have already been like that. I don't know. His mouth split on its own, and the head and arm was always split when I first got it, just like the It's 5 O'Clock Somewhere, which he mentioned in the comments of in the description of the eBay listing, but I did snap the arm. Now that I think I've mentioned to you already, but yeah, I think you have actually commented on one of these videos already where I talk about you. I think, but I don't know. I'm gonna go look. I feel like you did, but I might be wrong. Or it was somewhere else actually where that happened, but I'm sorry I snapped his arm. I was just trying to get it to move, really. Same thing with him, but luckily I didn't snap his arm. Although I thought I kind of snapped his head, but that was just because of how split it got. Same thing with that. I thought it snapped the head, but it was just because of how split it got from me trying to move it. That was just making it split more, which I wasn't really thinking about that. But yeah, I was just really trying to get these two to move. And he was moving for just a little bit at one point in 2016, 17, probably 2015. It may have been that long ago. And then I tried getting that one to move. I was doing it at the same time. Like every day I was trying to get those two to move, along with a couple other items like the three moving monkeys that I had at the time, which I still do, but I only had three at the time. Mo, Mushy, and Mocha. I was trying to get them all to move too, which again, I would get them to move for just a second, but it didn't last. And Mo had like the snapped arm and everything, and then I snapped his arm. Luckily, jump around it, he just split on his own, and I didn't try making it move again. But now he's just really split because his gear's been split for. It's gonna be 5 years eventually. Luckily, I Like to Move It is doing very good mechanically, but that makes sense because it's I Like to Move It. So, Yeah. Yeah, I know I said that this was a 30-minute video, half-hour video, but look, it's longer. It's 40 minutes. But that's okay, I think. Because after this, we're not going to have long videos. And I know for a fact you don't believe me. But you're just going to have to, and you're going to realize that, well, you're going to see that I was right. But this one is long or whatever, but it is still an hour shorter than the other video. Which BJV, you should probably watch that one too, but I'm okay if you skim through it because that makes sense. Actually, you know what? You should probably just get to like the hour mark and just watch the 46 minutes and skip the whole hour because you specifically, I guess, don't really need to see the first hour, but everybody else does, or everybody else go watch that. BJV, you just watch this. Watch your 4 frogs. I'm not, like I said, I'm not doing a video like this again, but you'll see these 4 frogs in future videos, obviously. But, I don't know, maybe there'll be like a video of the 4 singing together, but I won't be talking or anything in it. It'll just be something different. So I guess technically there'll be another BJV video after this, but this one is really like the last one. So that's it. That's all I have to say. I said stuff for a while. Man. I'm not playing him in this video. I don't think that's necessary for what I'm trying to say here, but you get it. You know, because you're a W. You're a peak collector. Maybe you're not collecting now. Maybe you're doing something totally different now. But you know what? You're still a peak man. You're still a W. That's what I think. That's what I have to say. If you did watch it, thanks for watching. If you didn't, that's okay. Wherever you are, I hope your life is good. I guess that's it. I guess that's all I have to say. Just hope you're doing well, man. That's all. That is it. And now I suppose it's time to end another Frogsmaster 595 video. Was this as deep as your video? No, definitely not. It was not even as emotional as your comeback video that you made in like 2015, I think. But you know what? This is still good. I don't know. It's about you, but alright. I think it's time for me to go. Goodbye. Yeah. Goodbye, BJV. Maybe I'll see you. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see what the future holds, I guess. See ya, man. Peace.